Well, hey, man, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Welcome back. Okay, we have a new season of Ready to Love, so we will be talking about that. I'm mad that I didn't really get the photos for you guys like I wanted. I have them, but I don't really have them. So hopefully we'll have them on the next go around. Okay, hopefully we'll have. Actually, let me see if I'm able to get, because I want to show y'all these images, especially for those of you guys that may not have got a chance to watch the show. So give me 1 second. And while I'm doing this, you guys go ahead and hit the like button, honey. And while you're at it, if you have not already shared the video, please go ahead and do that. Sharing is caring, okay? And if you like to super chat it up, you can go ahead and do that too. We appreciate you, honey. I just want to go ahead and make sure I could save it, so I could show you guys who's who and what's what. Let me go ahead and say this. And I also want to know how you guys felt about this first episode for season 5. If you feel like it's already given in the first episode in comparison to what the whole season gave us last season. Okay, what season was that? Season 5 or something like that? Season 6? I mean season 4 or 5, one of the two. Child, I don't even know. So it seems like we started off with 7 and 7. So this was 7 guys and 7 girls. And they did this same stupid tactic that they keep doing that I want them to erase from the board, which is removing people on the first night. Hate it. I hate it. Love the age ranges though. Okay, but we're about to, let me go ahead and add these people so that, you guys will be able to see who is who when I talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who we got over here in the chat. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody over here on TikTok? You're welcome to join the conversation over here on YouTube. The link is in the bio, okay? Let's see. What's up in Aries? Good afternoon, honey. What's up, Jay? What's up, Nana P? What's up, Taylor? Hey, Jamie. OMG, I finally caught a live from the very beginning in this thing. Yes, welcome, welcome. What's up, D-Dub? Hey, T. What's up, Libra lover forever? What's going on? Happy Sunday, honey, all the way out there in Philly. What's up? Hey, Naturally Mar, what's going on? Hey, Fanny. Hey, Phil. What's up? Just here. Jay says, it's giving a comparison to DC, shockingly. I feel like it's a better version so far. Good morning, Pauline. What's up? I like the switch up, starting with less singles, quality over quantity, baby. Okay, it's already giving rough and raggedy to me. Now, Leland, not rough and raggedy, girl. Rough and raggedy, I cannot. Okay. You are a whole mess, first of all. Okay, it's giving not here for PO, meaning Paul. Girl, I thought you was gonna say like a post office box. But thank you so much, Phil, for the super chat. I liked last season. It was a good season. Didn't like the Precious and Tori combo. I don't like someone being eliminated day 1 as well. Yes, I agree. I want them to go ahead and do away with that. I just feel like that's when we watch Ready to Love, Nephew Tommy loves talking about not wasting people's time, right? But I feel like you are kind of wasting these contestants' time by having them come on this show, and then y'all end up eliminating them by the end of the night. And y'all got to be honest with this dating process. You're not going to know everything you need to know in one day. You're really not going to know it in the first week, but still give them the weekend. Give them at least 2 full days, meeting up, coming back together. Maybe like everybody meet up on the first day. Cute. Maybe do another setup, another cocktail hour, or maybe have some guys choose who they want to go, or girls choose who they want to go on a date with immediately or something, right? And they go on a date the very next day. We see that, then do another link up with everybody, and then we make our decisions. I just think they should stretch that first process out instead of eliminating somebody on the first day. So here's the first person we got to get into, okay, y'all? And it's Paul. So y'all know how like on the other episodes, they would give us like the whole spiel. Like we'll get a whole separate special episode where we learn about the cast. We didn't even get that. Okay. But we got it in this, right? So they incorporated everything with us kind of getting to know them a little bit. And then it went on with the rest of the show. So I do have the guys here. So let me go ahead and pull some of the people up. I just hate that I don't have it all together. You know what? Give me 1 second, y'all, because I just be having to like have it look much better than what it looks. So give me 1 second. Maybe I could put everybody on one screen together, and then that way we can like really look at who these people are. Give me 1 second, please. Well, girl, it's probably gonna be a little longer than a second, but you know what I'm saying. Just bear with me. Bear with your girl. Okay. Pull this over, pull that over, and then I think we're good. Let's go ahead and download that. 1 second. Just so I can show y'all, because I gotta be able to show y'all who these folks is. Right? Okay, here we go. Okay, let's just do this, okay? Real quick, so we can see who some of these people are, okay? Because I want to be able to put a face to a name over here, okay? What you said just here? What you said? I ain't gonna hold y'all, but I would like a strong hug from Clifton, okay? All of the ladies love them some Clifton. First things first, we get to meet Paul, okay? Paul is the first person that we meet. He's 48 years old and he's a software analyst, okay? He says that he needs sexual energy that makes him want to come home. He says there has to be substance to it though, because he wants to be with this person forever. And all I heard for me, when I saw this man, I was just like, R. Kelly, step in the name of love in whatever way that you can and come get your brother. Because I could not have been the only person that felt like this man looked like Mr. Kells. I don't know if he was like the oldest brother, but something about it. Something about him was giving me Mr. Kelly, okay? So there's that. Then we meet Daikia, okay? Daikia is 39 years old. She's a senior system engineer. I said, okay, baby girl got money. Okay, so y'all better step correct when y'all messing with Mrs. Daikia. Okay, she says that she is pretty much a sucker for love, though. So that makes me believe that she is a hopeless romantic, and I hope that she doesn't just get latched in and immediately attached to the first person that kind of like starts to, you know, give her some attention outside of just like the group settings. Okay, so then next up we meet Tiffany. Tiffany is 37. She's a mobile education owner. Okay, and she also says that she's a Southern girl. So she says, in so many words, because she's a Southern girl, she's going to take care of the home and stuff like that. So he can go off and do, you know, work and stuff. And he'll come home to a hot plate and all this other stuff. I said, girl, what? So all Southern girls ain't like that no more. But if that's the one you want to be, okay, then girl. Good luck. All right. So then let's get to Wiley. We end up meeting Wiley. Wiley happens to be 32 years old, and he's an athletic director and a musician. He hasn't really had a lot of dates, but he tries to equate it to the fact that because he's an athlete, they get like a bad rep or something like that. And I'm like, don't be trying to put that on the fact that you play football or anything like that, baby. If you just ain't a one-woman man or something like that, then just say that. Don't put it off on the sports, right? So there's that. Then we end up meeting Miss Precious, okay? Actually, before we meet Precious, let me go and talk about Precious. Precious is 34 and she is an IT consultant. All right. Now we end up also meeting Fernando. Fernando is 34. He's a risk analyst, and he says that his ex had no respect for him, y'all. He said the ex had no respect for him because she would bring different men all up in their house and stuff. And then she would go to a swingers event, invite other men, but wouldn't invite him. Baby, I said, you're right, sir. That is the no respect at all. That's the no respect. But if she went to a swingers event, she don't you got to be married, right? If it's a swingers event, I thought that that's for married people and they be going out here swinging and doing whatever it is they want to do, right? That's what I thought it was, but maybe not, honey. Maybe not. But either way, the long story short is that he would get cheated on and she ain't have no respect for him. So there's that. All right. Then we also meet Keena. I liked Keena. I did like Keena for the most part, right? Keena is 39. She's a budget analyst, but she also liked, I can hear that. She also liked, Fernando, but she said that his butt was bigger than hers. So that was her issue. Like, I like him, but his butt is bigger than mine, and I don't want nobody whose booty is bigger than mine, period. So then we also meet Demetrius, who's 42. All the ladies love him some Demetrius, though. Demetrius is 42. He's a government contractor, and he also was in the military. And being in the military, he was a thought. So that makes me believe that he was not in America that often. He could have possibly been overseas, okay? And he was out here doing whatever it is he wanted to do, girl, okay? So then we also have Sabrina. 36 years of age. She's a nonprofit executive, and she came with a list of things that she needed. And one of the things on her list was that this person has to love Black people. Listen, I ain't really fought her on that, y'all, when she said this person has to love black people, because I do feel like it's a lot of black people, like the black man that sat up there with Jenny from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City when she was out here giving that apology and stuff. It's some of them out there, right? So yeah, I'm like, okay, girl, I feel you on that. He gotta love black people, honey. Okay, so there's that. What else? Laverne was very nice looking. Laverne was very, very handsome. Okay. He's 44. He's a lead technical analyst. Okay. He wants someone that's really all about him, because he said he's never met someone that's really all about him. That's what he said. Now, I don't know. I'm like, what was going on that she wasn't all about you? What was going on? Because I mean, you're a very handsome man. You seem like you got it going on. So what other issues do you have, sir? All right. Then we ended up meeting Clifton, that all of the ladies, well, most of the ladies seem to have liked. Clifton, he's 44 and he's a project management consultant. Okay, he a little husky guy, right? So the ladies like him. He's like a little teddy bear. Okay, so there's that. I think they have some very attractive people on this season. I do. I think they have some very, very attractive people. The age ranges, I mean, maybe this has always been the age ranges or something like that, but I'm loving it. I feel like the oldest person there is Paul, who wants to be called P.O. because he delivers. I can't. Paul is 48. Paul, it's no age biasness or anything to Paul, but the way Paul comes off, and knowing that he's the oldest, I would expect him to have a bit of maturity, but Paul gives me that he's going to be a fool on the show. Therefore, the producers are going to be keeping him around a bit longer. Okay. So, yeah, what you say is Zaz says Clifton looks strong. I see why they checking for him. Okay. Mighty strong. And he got a personality, it seems like, too. So, not P.O. for, oh, you talking about Popo? No, I think it's just Paul. His name is Paul, but I think he just want people to call him P.O. And then he gonna tell that girl, put a dot in between it. I said, girl, how about we put you a dot outside of the house? Tori is a smash, and Wiley and Paul. Okay. Okay. Sabrina is beautiful. I was really featuring her. She is. I think all of the ladies were very beautiful. I'm sorry, but Demetrius and his no eyebrows creeps me out. Wait a minute, Demetrius ain't got no eyebrows, girl. Wait a second. Let me see. Hold on. Demetrius ain't had no eyebrows, girl. Oh, girl. Maybe they was just very thin. Maybe they was very thin, honey. Fernando's suit was wrinkled because he drove from Baltimore. Oh, I wonder how long that drive was. I'm feeling ho, ho, ho vibes from Demetrius. Listen to me. But when he sat down and talked about like therapy and stuff, it just made me think like, you know what? Maybe he's worked through some things. We gonna see. I'm gonna try not to delete these notes and keep them here, because I want to be reminded as we get throughout the season how people really show themselves to be as the season goes on. Kind of closed herself off, and she knew that. That's why she wasn't upset being eliminated. Oh, you talking about Keena? I don't know why I said Keena. Yes, Keena. Okay, so let's talk about the episode, right? Let's go ahead and get into the episode. Nephew Tommy comes after everybody is up there mingling, getting to know each other, scoping out people, seeing who they want to get to know first. Nephew Tommy decides that he's going to pop up, okay? He lets us know that this time it's only 14 people in comparison to what they used to have. So you got 7 women, you got 7 men. And I felt, who was it? Who said this? I feel like it was Precious. I felt Precious on this. Precious said, we're already shortchanged. Like you're already starting us off with less people than you normally do. So why would you eliminate 2 people immediately? So now we went from being at 14. So now we're down to 12. That's because he got some little some nuggets he finna drop. Okay. He got some nuggets he finna drop on the people. Now I think what could have been interesting, but also messy at the same time, since y'all just don't care about people's time and you letting them come and then you're going to eliminate them like the same night. Hell, what y'all really could have probably did that made it more interesting is eliminate the guy like y'all eliminated the guy. And then now it's time for the girls to be eliminated, but probably brought in one more girl. Brought in a new woman, and the pressure would have been on her, unfortunately, to have to get to know these people in another 4 hours or however many more hours they have left before she or someone else is possibly, eliminated. But again, I think they should still, stretch out that time frame of elimination. Okay. So what else? Yeah, he let him know that somebody was gonna be leaving that night. So then Fernando decides to snag up Miss Joy. Okay, she happens to be a professional singer. They speak on kids because he asked her, like, do you have any children? She says no. He says, do you want some? She said, well, it depends. Okay, basically it depends on the situation. All right, and it depends on where I am in my life, because right now I'm a professional singer and I'm enjoying the life that I currently have. Okay, so Joy felt like he used the date as an interview or something like that. She says that when you go out for an interview, you know, basically, I just really want to know if can you do the job or not. So she tried to relate it to her situation, like, are you going to be able to meet my needs or whatever? All in all, what I got from Miss Joy is that you're not physically my type. I'm not really fully attracted to you. He tells her she looks beautiful. She says, I like your ensemble. Yikes. I like your outfit and stuff like that. I don't really like your face or how you look, but your outfit is cute. Okay, so she was not feeling him at all. She definitely seemed disinterested. And it should have been in that moment that I knew he was going to be going home. Now, Wiley and Keena. Keena definitely played Wiley to the left, honey. She did. They tried to get to know each other. He's 32, whereas she, I believe it's, no, he's 32, but she tells this man he looks like he's 35. I said, well, damn. I guess with men, it's not that much of an issue as it is with women. No woman wants to be told she looks 3 years older, but I guess a man may be okay with that. But she was very blunt. All right. And I don't know how far that bluntness is going to get her. So she sees him as young. Okay. But he says he likes older women. Right. All in all, she wasn't really feeling him. And you could tell when she wrapped up that conversation real quick, like, oh, okay, well, this was cute. Yes, this was cute. But I'm going to go over there. I'm about to go talk to some folks over there. So it was in that moment she wrote him off, and he kind of wrote her off as well when it came down to eliminations. Right. Sabrina and Demetrius, okay, she is really feeling Demetrius, okay. He tells her about being married before and says that he cheated. He was very honest about this, and I can respect that about Demetrius, even though he does give us those ho 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 vibes. I can respect that about Demetrius, about being honest, being forthcoming, knowing that he was the person that effed up that marriage. Okay, it was all on him, and he had to go and seek out some things about himself and go do the work. And he also is continuing to do the work. I just hope that the work he is getting, we're going to be able to see that throughout the season. Okay, we'll see how that's going to play out. Okay, and we also see that both of them ended up connecting with each other because she too has been married in the past. But she says their issue was that they got married at a very young age. And once that marriage ended, she found herself having to go and actually learn some things about herself. So she had to go and do therapy as well. So right out the gate, they're already connecting. And I know it was too soon, but I actually did not mind it. Kind of like with, what's his name? Sabrina and what was the guy name from last season? Walter. When they started connecting like right off the gate, instead of asking like your favorite color or what you like with this or that, you know? So I feel like, okay, cool. Okay. All right, we'll see. We'll see, because you know how I go with these shows. We're Ready to Love. You know, the people that be connecting the most in the beginning, by the end of the doggone season, they not even together. They not even a match. So we'll see how this is going to play out. Okay. We meet Precious. Okay. We see Precious and Paul. I'm sorry. I don't think it was Precious. I think it was Ace. I think it was Ace. Ace, who happens to be 37 years old, and she's a philanthropist. So she ends up sitting down with Paul. So he wants her to call him P.O. because, like the post office, he delivers. Delivers what? Delivers what? It's a lot of people delivering these days. Deliver what? Okay. What? Like, that was terrible. Okay. I kept thinking, Mr. Kales, figure out a way to come get your brother. Okay. Please come and get him. This is not the show for him. But anyway, so she talks about how she was married. Okay. She kind of tried to zoom past that. Ace says that she was married at one point. She was married for about like a year and a half. And so he said, well, wait a minute. Let's go back. When were you married? She said, oh, about 10 years ago. He says, well, that has me a bit concerned. Like, so that means that you didn't even give that marriage a chance. So are you going to move forward? And you're going to continue, like, is that how the future is going to be, where when it's time for you to make a commitment, you're not going to give it a chance? I said, why did you go and put 2000 on 10? Where did that come from? Sir, this was over a decade ago when this woman did get married, and she said that she was young. Why is you trying to make something out of nothing? See, it's just that piece right there for me. It's just that piece right there for me, that you tried to make nothing out of something, which shows me why you single at the age of 48. Like, I was like, that right there, sir. That little piece right there. No, sir. Oh, I say he does not have great conversation skills. It's just not good. It's not good. And then gonna ask this woman, "Am I intimidating you?" No, you're not intimidating me. He told me seem like she got her guard up. I said her guard probably up because she see through yours. Okay, and she's not really interested in this conversation. She's trying to figure out her best way to moonwalk to the back. Okay, that's what she's trying to do because she's not interested. So I just didn't like how he came off. But when they start throwing his name in towards the end, I knew. I said they're gonna keep this fool on for the antics because that's what the production loves to do. All right, so let's talk about Precious and Tori. So we're getting to Precious and Tori. Tori is 39. He's a realtor. Not bad looking, okay? So he was asking about his drink. Like, what kind of drink is this? She said, oh, that's the Romeo and Juliet. He said, oh, do you like that story? She said, no, I don't. He said, oh, you don't like it because of how it ended? She was like, yeah, because of how it ended. And I just think the overall story is messed up based on like how her family like judged her or made her feel about the person that she was with and stuff and the pressures that your family may put on you. And then he understood where she was coming from because a lot of the times the pressure they put on you is not in your best interest, but it's more so in the best interest of themselves. Right? So they felt like that was a bit unfair. And this is when he opened up and talked about how he was raised by his grandmother and he didn't get a lot of affection from his mom when he was younger and his mom wasn't really there because she was in the military. He said that she never told him that she loved him and that didn't happen up until recently. Like maybe like a year or two ago, he said that's when his mom, he started hearing that she loves him from her. So she was able to connect and say, you know, I really understand. I can connect with where you're coming from because I too have experienced something similar. Like my mom was never a part of my life. She was never in my life. I was actually raised by my aunt. That got to be a tough situation to not have that type of connection. You know what I'm saying? With your mama, the person that carried you for all them years, and then you didn't got no. Okay, that's terrible. Okay, I'm sorry, not carried you for all those years, but carried you for all those months or whatever. So she talks about that. She says, and to this day, her and her mom still do not have a relationship at all. So because of this, of having an absent mom, they can relate and they can connect on some stuff. So that was that, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, then we see y'all. I guess, you know, they liked each other. They were enjoying each other. You know, you had some things in common. I don't know if y'all would call that trauma bonding or whatever, but they had some things in common they could relate, okay? Ooh, Phil said, baby, that was too deep of a conversation on the first date. Too deep of a conversation, okay? What else we got over here? Let's see. So nephew Tommy comes out and nephew Tommy speaks with the ladies and everyone seems to be liking Demetrius. Everybody, they liking some Demetrius, they liking some Clifton. Now, who happens to be on that chopping block is Fernando and P.O. He also on the chopping block anyway, but at the end of the day, they end up sending home Fernando and I just knew it. I said, they're going to send Fernando home, baby, because P.O. gives me a foolery. That's what he gives me, foolery. And they're going to keep him around. So there's that. You're only around for entertainment purposes, only kind of like Corey from last season. But I don't think he's going to make it very far in the process. I give P.O. maybe 4 episodes at most, and then they probably going to be getting rid of him. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So now it's time for the ladies to go back out here, grab, and that was a very interesting way that they did it. And I can't say that I'm mad at it, right? Now, usually they let them get to know each other the entire episode. Then at the end of the episode, they release the 2 people that has to go. They didn't do that this time. They let the first guy go, and then they're going to let you mingle some more, get to know these ladies, and then one of the ladies are going to have to leave. So I was like, okay, I think that was kind of interesting. That was a cute way to play that. So Clifton and Sabrina getting to know each other. See, Clifton, you friendly. We see that out of you, Clifton. You're very friendly. You're very handsome. You're charismatic. Okay, you kind of got to go on there, sir. But we gonna see. You acted like you was all into Miss Sabrina, but then you also couldn't wait to connect with Dakia, I think it was, at a later time. So Clifton is on Sabrina. He likes her, okay? He enjoying her company so much that he don't even want to go back and entertain the other folks in the group. He just want to chill. And then did y'all catch how she was sipping on Prosecco? She had been holding on to that Prosecco the whole time, but then she passed it over to him and he drunk after her. And y'all want to talk about conversations are too deep. On the first night, not him sipping wine after her on the first night, not in the world of a pandemic at this time. Okay, not in the world of Miss C19 and he decided that he gonna throw it back. Okay. Good luck. All right. So what else? He says that with Sabrina, the connection is very, very organic. Okay, so there's that. We're gonna see how it's going to develop over time. All right, because I don't think he's gonna be able to stay focused on her, the whole time. But what I will say, I can't even be mad at him because the whole time you're here to get to know other people. Right? Not just stick to this one person. So if he's interested in Sabrina and wants to turn around and go get to know Dakia, he has that right at this time. Okay. So Tori and Tiffany, she tells him about her being a mom. She opens up about that and he asks her, like, how do your kids feel about you doing this process? The kids are totally fine about her doing this process. I believe her oldest child is just the child that doesn't want to see her end up hurting, right, from this process. And so, what's his name? Tori asked her, like, has your oldest child seen you hurt before? And she was like, yeah, or whatnot. Then he says, see, they chopped this up a bit because he said, okay, I want to know more about you. Because the way he said it seems like she wasn't sharing a lot of details about herself or something. Like, I guess he wanted to get deeper, kind of like connect with her like he did with Precious, is what it seems like. So, yeah, he said that he felt as though she was guarded and she was holding back a bit. But some part of me feel like, everybody don't open up to everybody in the same way. You know what I'm saying? And maybe she probably wasn't 100% feeling you, so she didn't feel to like give you more about her. And then y'all only known each other for a few hours. So, I guess even though, Sabrina was able to open up and Precious was able, maybe it hits a little different for Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? Laverne and Sabrina. So Precious comes and first of all, girl, Laverne and Sabrina talking. Here come Miss Precious, girl. They barely can really like get down to the nitty gritty and really have conversation before Miss Precious walks up and swoops in and wants to have a seat. Okay, so they over there flirting and talking and stuff like that. I think he does a lot of active activities and stuff like outside or whatever, and she's down for that as long as he's willing to go to a pole class. I think, was that her or was she talking to? I feel like she probably was talking to No, I think she was talking to Laverne and he said, yeah, he'll be down with that. But either way, Keena interrupts the conversation. Keena comes in, interrupts the conversation. And I was like, that's what you get. Because you didn't let my girl Sabrina sit up there and continue to get to know Laverne like she needed to. Okay, you decided to go ahead and bust up the groove. So now you got your groove bust up. So that's what you get. I wasn't mad. But Keena, girl, you was over there busting up everybody's groove. Girl, you was just trying to, I don't know if you was trying to make sure you got camera time, or if you just needed somewhere to go sit down, But then again, it's like, why would you need a place to go sit down when there were so many other seats for you to take? Right? Girl, you could have went anywhere. What else? So, what else ended up happening? So, yeah, Dakia and Clifton. So he is really trying to talk to Dakia. But they only sat down for 3 minutes because he asked her in those 3 minutes, like, what's your 5-year plan? And she said, I got to be somewhere near water. Okay. She didn't necessarily give a 5-year plan. And I wasn't mad at her for not giving that wholeheartedly because I hate that question. Okay. Don't nobody know where they're going to be at in 5 years. Okay. I can just tell you the things that I like and where I'm probably trying to go or something like that. Like, I guess like it's something about that question. I can't stand it. So Keena comes in, y'all. She done intruded. Keena that came in and intruded, and when she came in to intrude, she wasn't ready for the question that was on the table. And the question that was on the table, girl, was the 5-year plan. Do you have that in play? This woman didn't know what to say. She was like, I wouldn't mind going to Houston, Atlanta, yeah, like she didn't know what the hell to say. And he said, well, we talking about, probably not even being in the States. Okay, that's the thing that we over here on. Like, we over here trying to not even be in America type thing. And I'm like, Clifton, why are you lying, baby? In 5 years, your ass will still be here in America. You is not going to play with us like this. Now, you may go visit some places out of the country, but you, dear, you're going to still be here. Okay, neither one of y'all is fooling me. Y'all over there trying to have these big time conversations that seem all exotic and whatever else y'all got going on, baby. You're gonna be right up here near the water of the Potomac River, baby, because you're not gonna be nowhere else. You're not gonna play us. You're not gonna do that. But I guess that's your 5-year plan, ain't it, huh? Okay, we gonna see Raven if that's where you're going to be. Anyway. What else we got? So, oh yeah, I was like, I didn't really blame Keena for not really having an answer to that question. Talk about some Houston and Atlanta. Didn't Drake have a song like that called Houston, Atlanta, Vegas or something like that? Girl, you gonna be in Vegas next, Miss Keena? Cause I don't like that question. So there's that. Okay. Keena goes to the confessional and says that her head was hurting. Right? So her head was hurting and that she was just trying to find somebody to give her Advil. But then when they started talking about getting some more wine, Keena said, oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting me some more wine. I could use me another glass of Prosecco. I said, well, girl, if your head is throbbing, how you finna scoot down there and get you another thing of Prosecco? How that's finna work, girl? Hilarious. Let me see what y'all saying in these comments. Clifton looks strong. I see why they checking for him. Okay. Laverne is handsome and his teeth are lined up with the will of God, honey. Okay. I was wondering, like, Laverne, are those your teeth? Or could they possibly be like veneers or something like that? I don't know. I want to believe that they're his, but I don't know. But he looks good though. He looks a nice, sharp, clean, everything. Paul, one of the oldest people that still think he's 29 or 35. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Naturally, Mar said the wigs needed a little help. Oh my goodness. Paul, I thought they would eliminate Popo POP. I thought they would have eliminated him too. I would have hoped. I ain't gonna say thought. I would have hoped they would have eliminated him. But because he was giving me foolish energy, we knew that man was gonna hang in there. We knew he was going to hang in there. Facts. I used to be stationed at Fort Meade in the 90s. Oh, what was a fax? I missed that. I can't even scroll up to see the rest of it. What was a fact? People being thoughts over there in the military? Because I wholeheartedly believe that, baby. They probably have a whole, talk about work wives. Talk about work wives, how people be trying to say, oh, that's her work husband, that's her work wife. I feel like it hits so much differently when you're in the military. And your spouse can't get on that type of base without the military. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably could come to your actual job, like the corporate office or something like that. But girl, they can't just pull up on a military base. So, interesting. Or when you stationed overseas or in a whole nother state, right? So, Clifton showed up in his orange t-shirt and came with his swag. Very comfortable, right? He didn't have on the suit and tie, suited and booted like a lot of them did. That man came comfortable, honored, and just came as himself. And I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it at all. Now Demetrius is a red flag. Now why you say that man a red flag? Because he give you thought energy. Okay, Apple Charm says that she likes that it's only 14 people. Okay. I guess. I mean, maybe it's easier for us to get to know names and things like that. But I feel like they're going to be adding more and more. But I don't know, as they add people, if they're going to also be eliminating people at the same time. So we'll have to see. I guess that's not too bad then. I kept expecting the camera to pan down on Keena and see her wearing furry slippers. Did she have furry slippers on, or you was just hoping to see that because that's what her outfit was giving? It was giving nightgown. My first choices are Clifton and Wiley. My second choice is Laverne and Tori. They are some handsome men. They are. This season of men are looking I feel like they're redeeming themselves with how these men look. They are redeeming themselves with the men they brought to me. Okay? To me, in comparison to the men that we've seen the past few seasons, they redeeming themselves. Okay? And come to find out, y'all, the next Ready to Love is going to be in Miami. I did see like a flyer for that. So it looks like it is going to be in Miami. I actually hate this format. Have all 20 people there from the jump. I see what you mean, Calissa. I think Tommy is going to add a new single each week. And that's what I was wondering, T. Gaddis. Like, every time they eliminate somebody, it's like you can't even get comfortable and cute. Like, your position is always up for grabs if they bringing in new people every week. Girl, I feel like that's at some point that could be frustrating, though. Right? Like, And now it's making me think, are we going to really see some real connections if this happens each week? I don't know. It's also going to show us how quick the dude's attention sway from the woman that they talking to already. Right. So when the new people come in mid-season, they struggle to form connections and the vibe is off. Okay, got you, Calissa, because that's what I was just thinking, right? Are we going to be able to see some real like connections if they're going to be bringing people in so constantly, right? Keena feet was hurting. Let me tell y'all, Keena looked like she was up past her bedtime though. Not even finna lie. Keena looked like she be in the bed by a good 9 or 10, girl. Like, I'm not even finna play with y'all folks. Like, I'm at the house. I am in the bed. I'm relaxing. So she looked like she was definitely tired. And maybe that's where her headache came from, because she was forcing herself to have to stay up when she had been there all day filming, right? And she wore them shoes that was about her and her feet trying to look cute. She didn't know what she was in for. Joy sounds like Cynthia Bailey to me. I got to go back and listen to her voice. I got to go back and listen to that. Isn't a date practically an interview, says Joshua McDowell? I guess you could say so. You do want to get to know the person you're talking to. Maybe it came off. Great question. Because as I'm now looking back at that scene, it came up as an interview to her because she was not interested in getting to know him. A lot of times when you do go to an interview, what happens? It's more so them asking you a lot of questions. And then at the end, they ask if you have any, and you may or may not. Right. So with her, she wasn't interested right out the gate. And that's why it was an interview, because he was more interested in her than she was to him. Yikes. I get her point. There's a way to get to know people without it feeling like you're reading off a list. Okay. You felt like he was reading off a list when it came to Fernando and what's her name? Joy. Fernando and Joy. You felt like he was reading off a list? I don't think he was reading off a list. Hell, was it Sabrina? Sabrina was the one that brought her whole list of what she's looking for. Keena was rude and a bit off-putting with Wiley. She's only 6 years older than him. That's what I'm saying. And you know what? I feel like she probably wants a man that's probably more established. She probably don't think that he's established enough, right? And because he was a jock or something like that, she probably think he ain't got nothing going for himself or something like that. She probably wants somebody more established, I suppose, girl. I don't know, because some people, just because they older, they don't be established like that. So maybe not. I don't know. My thing with Keena is that why she act like she way older than him while she is 39 and he is 32. She act like he was 18 or 22. Right. Keena just, I don't know what was going on with Keena, y'all. Y'all think Keena just wanted her some camera time? Maybe that's what Keena wanted. Maybe Keena just, maybe she just wanted her little camera time. That's why she would diddy bopping all over the place and looking tired and stuff like this, okay? Paul in that whack line. What was the line that he said? Not deliver us another stimulus check, Mr. P.O. Box. Mr. Post Office, okay? Deliver us another stimulus check to the P.O. Box, okay? Or to the house, girl. I can't. I cannot. Paul was, he was giving Corey with his old 48-year-old, definitely giving Corey. When Paul was jumping over old girl's marriage, I was like, he needs to go. He did. And then that's the other thing, right? I wanted to know, Paul, have you been married? What's going on in your past? Let us know more about you and what you got going on so that people can judge you accordingly. Or, you know what I'm saying? And you want to sit up here and tell this woman that she didn't give it enough time and all this other stuff. So I'm just like, well, have you been married before, sir? Tell us what that life was like for you. What can you share with the people? I do not like how he handled Ace at all. Me neither. I do want Ace to open up a bit, though. I feel like Ace is extremely shy. Extremely shy. I feel like in the confessionals, she isn't, but maybe she was just a bit shy because of the cameras and the experience, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, I thought Ace probably was gonna go home. I thought they was gonna keep Keena, because Keena seems like she got the personality that's gonna be entertaining for the show. So I was surprised that they kept Ace. I felt like Ace or Tiffany would have been the one to go home. And we didn't get to see that. Yeah, let me go ahead and speak on some more. So nephew Tommy, okay, he goes to talk with the guys. He goes over to talk to the guys, and everybody likes them some Sabrina. So the top people in the house is Demetrius and Sabrina. And that may be interesting because Demetrius and Sabrina may make a really strong connection, right? Together. Everybody likes Precious and Ikea. Now, Keena was the one that was on the chopping block. Ace was on the chopping block, and Tiffany was also on that chopping block. But what we found out was that Keena was the person that ended up getting sent home because a lot of people got that she was rude, number one, extremely direct, and she was what else? It was she was rude, she was extremely direct. Oh, and she gave homegirl vibes. That's what it was. So some people, she gave the friendship vibe. But I felt the way about her reasons as to why she left, because some of those reasonings were the same for PO, but he got to stay. Because he was rude and he can be a bit direct, but his directness was ignorance a bit to me. So I'm like, why did she have to go, but he get to stay? So I don't like that. Let me see what else you guys are saying over here. Her guard was up because you were judging her without knowing the situation. Yes, exactly. Paul seems very immature to me. That's probably why he's single at 48. I'm like, Paul, do you have children? Where are they? Do you have children? Have you been married before? When was your past relationship? How long ago was that? What was the reason for the breakup? Paul. And I feel like it's not his fault that we didn't get those answers to questions because Ace didn't ask him any. So how we supposed to know? She just wasn't interested right out the gate. I feel like Ace probably can feel people's energy right off the gate. And she knew he wasn't her cup of tea, but she just continued to sit with him. And then I also want to know, y'all, it was just also so ironic that Demetrius and Sabrina did dig deeper than the surface. And Precious and Tori also did the same thing. So I also wondered, like, what were these genuine connections that they were, that they felt that they wanted to go and talk to people and then, get deeper in the surface? Or were these side sit downs that they had, were they production placed? Did production place these two, like, because they know that they have similar backgrounds? Like, hey, we want you to sit with Sabrina. We want you to get to know her more and so we can make whatever camera energy. Or was it their decision to be like, hey, let's go sit somewhere else and let's talk more? And that's when they just happened to learn what they learned about each other. I don't know, but it was definitely a bit ironic as well. I appreciated it, but a bit ironic. I don't know if Precious is as into Tori as she says. She says that she really likes him. She's really feeling him. But I don't know, because the way Miss Girl interrupted that conversation with Laverne and the way she was flirting hard with Laverne in comparison to how she was operating over there with Tori, I was like, you sure you like Tori like that? Don't be out here trying to use Tori as a scapegoat in case the dudes you really want don't choose you. Hey, Zadia, how are you? Okay. In case the man that you really want probably ain't finna choose up on you, and you got somebody else that you can fall back on. Don't be trying to pigeonhole Tori and have him be a placeholder. P.O. should have let her explain. Ace's marriage could have ended for any reason. Maybe it was an abusive situation. He needs to shut up. I agree. And then gonna say that she never gave it a chance. You do not know what this woman went through. You also do not know how long she was with this man prior to marriage. Some people be together for like 5 years, then they go off and they get married, and then they realize, the marriage just awakens things like the doggone pandemic did. They have a wake-up call, and they be like, you know what? No, I dealt with this in a relationship, and I'm not going to deal with this in a marriage. So I don't even know why I made this decision when I should not have. So let me go ahead and get out of it. So it could have been anything. You're absolutely right. It could have definitely gotten abusive. The person could have also just not been around as they were around when they were in a relationship. They probably got a job where they just had been away, traveled too much. It could have been anything. Okay. Ready to Love production is getting predictable with these characters and tropes. Ooh. Not getting predictable. Oh, not characters and tropes, honey. Yes, Paul is giving big brother, old brother, Corey vibes for sure. You're correct. Reaction therapy. Tori is my fave in regards to personality. Okay, I'm still figuring out the personalities, Tasia. I'm still figuring out the personalities and who I like. I feel like out the gate, if I just judged off the front, I think it might be Clifton. He gives me laid backness, funny, chill, relaxing. You'll get that friendship out of him. You'll get that love, that lover out of him. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it might be Clifton's personality, for me. But okay. Great point. Good conversation. Too deep of a conversation on a first meeting. Let's see. What else you guys are saying? Not Precious gives me weirdo vibes. Let me see it. Let me hold on. Now, something was a little awkward with Precious, but I just chalked it up to, her hair and her style. But in the confessional, I thought she was very pretty, and I feel like she made sense in her confessional. So I didn't think she came off as a weirdo. I was like, I might end up really liking Precious. Okay, who is more beautiful, Bernadette Stannis or Alicia Keys? I chose, but I don't know what you talking about, Angel Baby. I don't know what you talking about. I give PO till next episode because everybody else is making top-notch connections. We gonna see. We are going to see. Oh, on Good Times. I don't even know why we would compare the two of them when they're not even in the same age range or anything like that. And I don't even know why they came up as a conversation here when that ain't even what we're talking about. We're talking about Ready to Love. Clifton was dressed like someone from casting approached him as he was picking up a takeout order and said, "Hey, you got a few minutes?" "I can't." And so you think that just hit this man like, "Hey, we filming the show down the street. Can you want to come on down to it?" Like, I can't. Clifton needs to slow down drinking after someone he doesn't know, though. He does. He does. So you're going to get sick. So if we don't see you in filming next week, then we know what happened. Over here drinking after this lady. We don't know her like that. We do not know her like that. I just hope Clifton isn't an F-boy. We can't be sharing drinks like that, right? I hope he's not. I hope he's not. We're going to see. Everybody has the potential, right? I'm thinking that Laverne is going to end up being like a really nice guy, but IDK, right? Because on last season, I thought Frank was a really nice guy, the way that I'm looking at Laverne, but Frank ended up being, to me, a F-boy based on how he did Mumin. So anything is possible with these people. We can only cross our fingers, girl, and hope. Clifton and Joy are giving me Walter and Sabrina vibes. Ooh. Why you say that? Reaction therapy? Pandemic or not, I'm not drinking after a stranger. I don't hardly want to drink after my kids because they backwash. I agree, Mari B. Period. I just had to put emphasis on pandemic. Okay? Had to put emphasis, but I definitely agree with that all the way. Tori needs to understand that Tiffany doesn't know him. She doesn't have to get deep with him. True, this is the first meeting, and maybe your energy is not connecting with hers at that time. I like Clifton's t-shirt and pants. It was summer casual. It was probably hot as hell. You know what? You could be right. You could be right. Okay. You think Laverne is a ladies' man? Talking about this is his corner or something like that. This is his little area. I'm like, I guess so, because a whole bunch of the ladies was walking up to you, and I ain't really see you walk up to none of them. Okay. Peep Laverne IG, and he has a nice home. Him working out in a gym with a big blue on the wall threw me a bit. So he has a huge Blue Lives Matter in the back. Okay. I wonder if he also is he an officer or something? Is he an officer or something like that? Oh my goodness. Keena said her feet was hurting and she was tired. But did she have on slippers though? Did Keena have on the slippers? Ain't nobody tell me. I don't remember seeing Keena in no slippers though. Who favors Cornelius? Don't nobody on this cast favor Cornelius. Who favors Cornelius? Y'all? I know you ain't talking about Laverne favors Cornelius, ma'am. I didn't like that they used the same trailer at the end. Oh, yeah, for the episode, for the upcoming season. They didn't give us nothing new, really. They are adding 2 new singles, but the group is only going to meet them on blind dates. I don't know how I feel about that. And it ain't like everybody gonna get to meet them on a blind date. So I feel like they probably let the singles look at who they're attracted to, and they're probably gonna choose those people to go on a blind date with. And then they're gonna come into the fold, and everybody is going to be able to meet them. But I think that makes it interesting. That's definitely a curveball because that's not what we've seen in the past. Everybody gets to meet them all at one time. I think this is gonna be a good season. That's what I say now. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. I think it is based on the trailer, everything that is giving, because we didn't get this last season. We didn't get, it seemed like everybody's gonna be in one house for some period of time, interacting with each other, right? We didn't get that last season. They was in the house, but we didn't get to, I feel, they were at a retreat. How long were they at that retreat? Overnight, or maybe like for a day or something, I think. So we didn't get to see the interactions when night fell. And we didn't get to see whether Cornelius really was interested in somebody else. Like, we just didn't get to see a lot. No, you know what? They did stay overnight because Aisha got their massage from Dante, but they didn't show us the footage of what was happening at that night or what all was going on, right? So I don't know who did the production for that, but they did do a great job for last season. I'm scared of it being in Miami because I wouldn't want to see a bunch of IG models, actors, and club promoters. Well, I wonder if it's truly going to be in Miami or if it's going to be on the outer skirts of Miami, but they're just going to call it Miami. Welcome to Miami. But I still feel you. I think that your point still stands the same, regardless of where they film down there in that area. IG models, actors, and club promoters. I hate to see it. If we're doing quality over quantity, then why add more people to the mix? Great question. Great question. Great question, girl. That's a really great question. I wonder if they just trying to keep it the same. Like, they're going to keep the number the same, but they're going to be rotating people in and out. I don't know. That's a good question, Deborah. That's why they all going to get physical so quick, trying to secure their spots. Hopefully there is a time to limit to which the new singles come in. Otherwise, the show won't promote real connections. And that is going to suck. That is going to suck if no real connections are actually made. That's just going to be terrible. You know what I'm saying? The way how the trailer is showing us, they will get very hands-on and sexual on camera, not having us wondering anymore. Everyone says the first day is awful. Photo shoot and filming. Oh yeah, because their outfits that they had on were the same things that they wore. And that's even more of a reason to not be eliminating these people on the first day. Like, if the day is filled with them taking photographs and doing all this stuff, doing interviews, doing confessionals or whatever they do, then they got to turn around, meet all these other people and stuff. And then by the end of it, like, that's just too much tug and pull to waste somebody's time for one day. So if y'all ain't got the budget to pay some of these people for 2 days, then just say that. And we know y'all got the budget, honey. We know you got the budget, Will Packer. So you need to stretch this out to an additional day. I'm going to have to get in somebody's DMs and make a complaint. Okay? And it's looking like you will. It's looking like you, Mr. Packer Productions, okay? Y'all going to have to fix this. Get it together. Get it together. Let me see what else what time is that one? I don't remember. Give me 1 second. I can go here and check. Let's see. That's not going to be for the new people. They should have it to where the new people can't be eliminated when they are introduced. But what if the new people come in and they rude and disrespectful? Can they not? Can they not be removed? I feel like they can. I feel like they could be put out. But then if we're speaking on wasting people's time, maybe that would not be fair. If we're speaking on wasting people's time, maybe they shouldn't be eliminated within the first 24 hours. I guess that's true. She was drinking too much Prosecco, probably added to the headache. Okay. Judging by the trailer, there are going to be some effing going on. I saw a man sneaking into someone's bed and another couple in a hot tub, and somebody looked like Sabrina, looked like she jumped into the arms of Tori at the house with a little skimpy little shorts on or whatever. He cuffed her up, and I said, well, when did this connection happen? Because the only person I seen on there with dreads in their head was Tori, unless they finna bring on a new guy that probably got some dreads in his head. Who did you jump on, Miss Sabrina? Was it that Sabrina, I think? Girl, I think Joe is Walter's ex. Joy is Walter's ex. He's gonna pop up on this season as an ex. Joy, I mean, you think so? Where you get that from? D-Dub, where did you get? I think Joy is Walter's ex. He's gonna pop on this season as an. Where you get that from? Tell me. Are you trying to be funny? You think people lying about their age on the show, Phil? Who you think lying about their age? Tell me. Everybody looks just about their age to me. I ain't see too many women that didn't look their actual age. Paul got kids in college. I can't. He probably do. Probably ain't have a successful marriage or have been married at all, but he want to talk about somebody else's marriage. Paul is a mess, baby. I say date them all, older, younger, short, tall, and date them all, because older men are just as immature as younger men, and they are. They are. Clifton was the only person you liked, okay? Also, Clifton's voice was deep and his calm demeanor got them open for him. And his bodyguard energy that he leads with. I'm sure the ladies feel highly protected by that energy he gives off. Ready to Love is becoming a joke. People are all here to find true love, and they have clowns on here like Paul, OPP, Paul, or whatever his name is, acting a fool. Maybe they filmed way too soon, child. My goodness. They could have, honey. I didn't like how Tommy didn't give the men a bottom two and just eliminated Fernando, knowing dang well P.O. was in the bottom two. But he told old girl and Keena, who were in the bottom, right, why you trying to razzle and frazzle these ladies when it comes to them? So they nervous about who was in the bottom two. And they also did this on last season when they did it with Tissia and the other young lady, where they said both of them were in the bottom two, but they kept Tissia and sent the other one home. I don't remember if they even did this for the guys, but they should have said it. Y'all gonna have to get this together, Ready to Love. I think Keena felt a bit insecure among the other beautiful women. So instead of upping her game, she purposely sabotaged her chances. You think so? You think she felt insecure? I don't think that gave me enough footage for me to see that she was actually insecure. You know what I'm saying? Oh, T, you was putting up my my next live. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm about to go live in a few minutes to do Ladies Who List ATL. We will be talking about that show as well. I think bringing in new people will lessen the chances of the couples choosing each other as a last resort. I feel you, Marathon Blue. I feel you on that. I don't know how many times we're gonna get these new people though. That's the other thing. Like, how often are y'all gonna do it? So if this is a 10 episode, are we gonna get it 4 times? Like, how often are y'all bringing in these new people? That's gonna be messy. Last season on the first day, it was Corey and Lamont. Oh yeah, and then Lamont ended up going home. Exactly, it's just me. Now P.O. thinks the ladies actually like him, and it's not the case at all. It's not. They do not like him. Let me see what I put on this paperwork. Let me see. Fernando, 34. They did say that, girl. Girl, they did say that man was 34. Yikes. Yikes. I see where you're going. I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going. It definitely looks like Laverne was said that he's 44. I could see Laverne being much younger than 44, whereas I see where y'all going with Fernando being about 44. You know what I'm saying? I see where y'all coming from with this, Annie. I see. I need to watch it again. I agree about Keena. I can't figure out why she was there. She yawned at one point. Oh, did she? Did she? That's what I did think that, y'all, that they should have given Fernando a chance and sent P.O. home, P.O. Box. Yeah, they should have sent P.O. Box home for sure. Yes, okay. Thank you so much, Reaction Therapy, because we're about to go ahead and get ready to switch over so that we can get into that review. I thank you guys so much for watching. Please do me a big favor. If you haven't already liked the video, please do so. And also, please share the video, okay? I definitely appreciate all of you guys. And we're about to go ahead and move over and talk about ladies who list, okay? So let's go ahead and get into that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.